All right, everybody. So, welcome back. We got today a guide on Kelleran Beck, Jocasta Nu, and Aayla Secura as the three-man. Um, a lot of people are recommending the four-man. I don't disagree. I think it's a good idea to go ahead and take a fourth up. My recommendation for that would be Shaak-Ti, just like everybody else's recommendation, I think, on that one. But alas, we don't want to take Shaak-Ti up right now because I am short on droid brains going forward. So I'm going to avoid taking Shaak-Ti up and I'll have a little RNG, but I'll make do with it. So to start, we're going to go ahead and look at Kelleran Beck's mods. I have him somewhat fast. He could be a lot faster, but 287 should be fine to get the job done for what we need. It's been working so far. Big amounts of protection. I've tried to mess with the health and get the health oriented so that he can benefit from that conversion. But so far, the way my health mods look, it doesn't seem like we hit the thresholds to really make that happen without sacrificing a lot of protection. So kind of better in this situation for me and my mod set to go ahead and keep the protection primaries and just get up to 160,000 here. That'll give him about 32 stacks of the Padawan lessons once we get in. So protection, speed, and that's pretty much it. A little bit of damage here and there, but not too much. It's really just about speed and health or speed and protection for what we're doing. So as you can see, protection primaries everywhere we can get them. Okay. Then we'll go into Jocasta Nu's mods. She could get a lot heftier on the offense side of things, but we still got a pretty decent amount of offense. We're at 14,000 basically special offense with her special damage. So, and then she's fast out of her mind. We are using not offense sets, we're using a speed set instead. Crit damage triangle here, by the way. She does tend to crit a little bit more than most special damage attackers. Let's go ahead and go into the primaries real quick. 32 speed, arrow, crit damage triangle, and then the offense cross for her. Okay. We do got some pretty good offense secondaries. So that's what we're a big part of it. And then the potency also helps with certain things. So Aayla, when we look at Aayla, her mods aren't as important. She's a body for the most part. Give her some health protection, decent amount of speed, and then some damage. That's pretty much what we're hoping to get out of her. When she counterattacks, maybe we'll get lucky. So the run is pretty RNG dependent. We'll kind of go ahead and get into it, but it's just a matter of making sure that you can survive the opening salvo. So every run is going to kind of start the same. You're going to go ahead and use Jocasta Nu's special on Fox, and then we'll use the mass assist from Beck. You see 287 speed is fast enough to get him to go faster than everybody else. Okay, so he'll get the extra attack. You kind of want the attack side assist to help refresh Jocasta's gun. If you can get it, she dies, you restart. That's pretty much where it's at. Okay, so try that again. Something changed slightly with the mods too, because we're a little bit low on the Padawan stacks. I don't think it'll ultimately change too much. You go ahead and get that. She didn't get a crit that time, so that's going to hurt a little bit. We'll see if we can get the crit the second time to go ahead and take Fox out. Fox doesn't die. If there was a counterattack, you could get it, but there's not a counterattack. So we can go ahead and take him out here. We'll see if that'll do it enough for us. Big thing is just you don't want these two to die. Aayla can die, no problem. Go ahead and start in on Oppo here. It's not looking good. There you go. Restart. This is why this run can be so annoying for most people. Go ahead and use the special and then mass assist here. And then we take out Fox. Okay, we got a good amount of assists. Ayla's gone. Okay, so far so good. We're not... I think we need to use the Dire Fortitude here. Probably. Let's go ahead and strip the debuffs off of Oppo. I think KB will go before the stacks of execute dip down. Yeah, okay, so KB can go ahead and use Dire Fortitude, and then Jocasta goes into the gun form. Okay, now you still need them to survive. This is like the second step of the RNG process. because they can still die here, and it's not great if that happens. So lots of count back. Okay, go ahead and use the special. Try to take out Oppo, and he's gone. That helps. Okay, then you go try to one-shot somebody. We got execute over here on the dark size clone trooper, so we're gonna go ahead and basic on that, take them out. Now we have access to Lord Vader. Now, unlike most strategies where you want to go ahead and take out all the clones, this one is a little bit different in that you're going to be gunning for Lord Vader with most of them up still. So you just go ahead and use the mass assist on Lord Vader and get to stacks as quickly as you kind of can there. Okay, now we don't necessarily need her to rescue, but it's kind of getting a little dicey. Let's go ahead and, well, we don't want to take out a clone trooper, because if we take out a Nightfall trooper, she'll get stunned. That's not going to be super helpful for us going into the next wave. So I think the best move here is just to keep on rushing through, and then we can deal with Lord Vader in the end ultimately. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and rescue with Jocasta. So then they come in and do that swarm. We want to get a clone trooper out so we can target Lord Vader. So we'll go ahead and use the big hit right there. See how they get stunned if they take out a Nightfall trooper. That's what makes it kind of difficult to survive, because once they get stunned, then these disguised clone troopers will start landing Order 66 on things. So it becomes a little bit annoying. We can use her special here though, because it's going to ultimately get some protection and health from us, and it's going to knock them out. And she's only going to get one stack on Lord Vader, so it's not really going to help. But we got rid of the stealth from the disguised clone trooper by using her special, so now they can't Order 66 as much. So okay, so now that we have Kelleran back, we're going to ignore the disguised clone troopers and go in on Lord Vader, because it will get multiple stacks. Okay, get some attacks back here, and then we don't need to double tap or anything like that, just one stack will do it. So we're just going to go ahead and basic, and then Jocasta is kind of free to rescue, and then we're going into the last wave. Okay, so now in this wave we'll want to go ahead and, to the best of our ability, clear the wave, right? So we'll go ahead and use the special to go ahead and get rid of a Nightfall trooper, get rid of the stealths, take out that disguised clone trooper with the counterattacks, and then we can kind of go everything on these guys. Counterattack gets rid of that disguised clone trooper, use Jocasta's special going in here. Now we're just looking for our stacks. So lay out a bunch, KB will go ahead and rescue, and we have both going into the final run. You see how Aayla really played no part except to take hits? That's pretty much what she does. So not too bad. Now, normally if you take out all the clone troopers, you don't face Lord Vader. So that's why a lot of runs try to get rid of all the clone troopers beforehand. But it's simply too hard to get through all of them with just two bodies. So it's best in this situation to just gun it down, rescue as fast as you can, and then face Lord Vader in the end. Okay? So just go ahead and basic. We're just going to put damage on as much as we can. Throw the bomb. And then KB just needs one attack, and we're home free. There you go. That was a pretty quick example of how quick it can go. It can go certainly longer. It's just mostly in that opening run, get rid of Fox, then switch over to Oppo and hope you survive the salvos. That's pretty much where it is. If Jocasta dies or KB dies in those opening waves, you got to restart. Okay, but hope you got some value out of this. Go ahead and hit the like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more guides like this, and then go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know when they go up. Have a nice day.